it may appear very significant in the sense that, it is perhaps very usual, common, but why was there now a video that was recorded, and when the CCTV footage was analyzed, a lot more questions came up. I want to tell you how this is a bigger issue. We are talking about a giant Lulu empire, because if you thought this is just a small group investing in Uttar Pradesh at the Lulu Mall, I want you to correct. 50,000 is the Lulu Group's worldwide workforce. It is a massive empire that is actually based, the headquarter is in the United Arab Emirates. The individual, Yusuf Ali, is actually Indian origin and is based in Abu Dhabi and is operating 37 countries across, including Oman, Qatar, Saudi, Egypt and Indonesia. The annual turnover of this Lulu empire is actually $7.4 billion annually. That's how mega projects they are indulging in. That specifically is about shopping malls and hypermarkets. They plan to invest in India about 8,000 crore rupees, 3,005 crore rupees announced for Tamil Nadu. In Uttar Pradesh, about 2,000 crore rupees have been announced as investment. There are other states as well. Now, where are they already functioning? Kerala and Karnataka. Kerala was one of the first where at least in 4 districts there were operational malls, and also in Karnataka. The bid next is for Lulu Group Empire to be pushing for investments in Uttar Pradesh, Gujarat and Tamil Nadu. Remember, at this point there was mega projects that were being of not only of hypermarkets, of shopping malls, but perhaps likely retail as well. 8,000 crore rupees on investment. But when they invested in Uttar Pradesh, what happened was for all to see. And therefore on 6 p.m. Prime, we look at the bigger picture and ask 3 big questions. Was this a deliberate conspiracy to disrupt communal harmony, incite passions? Because otherwise, why would this conspiracy and controversy arrive over a newly opened swanky mall? Question number 2. Is this a deliberate attempt to disrupt business over possibly rivalry or other reasons? Because this does send out a message to those wanting to invest in India and specifically in Uttar Pradesh. And third, I ask here, was it a bid to stir up a political slugfest? While the police are investigating the identity of those men, also of the ones who then landed up to recite the Hanuman Chalisa, who were they? Why are they all fighting to offer prayers in a mall? And what is the political reactions are coming in is for all to see. Alright, so let's now bring you other stories as well. Staying with Uttar Pradesh, the state government has announced that only TET qualified teachers will be able to teach in the madarsas. Now remember, the madarsas are Islamic schools. We will take that story as well. We have some big news coming in from Uttar Pradesh. Let's take a look at that. Alright, so the police are telling India today now that the accused seen on the CCTV footage entered into the Lulu Mall by splitting into 2 groups. This is what the police has said, first trying to offer the prayers on the ground, and then they are saying they were blocked by the security, the accused moving to the 2nd floor of the mall. I want you to listen into these reactions that are coming in. Police right now are not letting this issue get away. They are looking at all possible opportunities, because it was just a viral video that we were looking at that appeared and was then stoking communal passions. But the police have clearly figured out now, while the identity is unknown, that there was perhaps a deliberate bid. At now, the next issue that has cropped up in the state of Uttar Pradesh. In a bid to modernize the Islamic schools, the madarsas, the Uttar Pradesh government has now said that only TET qualified madarsa teachers will be permitted to teach in the schools. The decision by the Yogi Adityanath government comes under the state madarsa modernization scheme. The curriculum of the students will be tweaked so that it consists of 80% modern education and 20% Deeni education, which is also, in other words, Islamic education. The madarsas will increase focus on subjects like Hindi, English, science, mathematics and political science. The number of teachers have been increased to facilitate the scheme. Let's quickly go across to my colleague Samarth Srivastav. Samarth, why this specific decision? What is this TET that will now become compulsory for teachers who want to teach in madrasas?
See, TET is an exam which need to be qualified if you want to become a teacher in the government colleges. So that's what had been implemented in madrasas in Uttar Pradesh now, because it was in a way need of the hour. Because as per the state government, they want to strengthen the youth of Muslim community, or the children of Muslim community, who in a way sometimes get persuaded by some influencers who in a way do not want peace and harmony in the state. So that's what the focus of UP government is, and that is why they are making subjects like Hindi, English, science, social science all mandatory for the students of madrasas, and that will be around 80%. While also there will be dini education. It's not just that dini education have been replaced or removed. 20% it will be about the dini education. 80% it will be about the proper subjects, as we learn, as we see in the primary schools, be it ICSE, CBSE or UP board. So this thing has been done. But also another app has also been launched, in which the students could also do their study from home using that particular application. So that has been done with a thing in mind, with a vision in mind, to in a way strengthen the children of Muslim communities. As they were, you saw a lot of news, you saw a lot of stone pelters. So they were just minors. They had stones in their hands, and that's what the thinking of the UP government, that they do not want this to happen. They do not want to like put out the posters of those minors with the stones in their hands, and that's
so Yogi Adityanath government is saying that this is a bid to modernize the madrasas. We'll try and get some Muslim scholars also. What do they have to say about this? Teaching that will be made, a training that will be made compulsory for the teachers who want to teach at this Islamic schools. Thank you so much, Samarth Srivastav, for all the latest. Keep tracking on this. Could also actually become a big political controversy.